Hello, welcome to Thing 1 and Thing 2 review blog. Here's a quick peek at what my Thing 1 looks like. Their theme was library databases. We're trying to increase the usage of library databases, so I wanted to create a flyer highlighting the databases and the majors that can use them. So it's fully interactive. You can click on each subject to explore, call, and email the library. So just a quick look right now. So for thing 2, it's going to be our physical things. So we have bookmarks for like hospitality, tourism, criminal justice. Oh, sorry, not criminal justice, business, culinary arts. Spice up your knowledge. Check out the library databases. CJ, criminal justice. So Canopy, our video database. All databases. Learn, research, and relax. Baking and pastry. Num num num. And our fashion. We'll take a more in-depth look at those projects in a second, but first, let me talk about how I got there. So normally when I'm designing like my Instagram post or something, I use Poster My Wall. It's really great. You can create a design super easy. So you have a it's social media, or I can pick school. You pick, oh, back to school. Yes, of course. Click there and you can start and create it. So what's really nice about these ones, once it pulls up, is that the photos and everything that you use, you can add stock photos that are free to use. That's why I normally use this, because I don't have to worry about copyrights or any of that stuff. All this stuff is already in the Creative Commons and free to use. But I wanted to look for something different and try and, expand my horizons. So what I ended up looking at was the 51 best free visual content creation tools to make marketing easy, and I chose Adobe Spark because I knew with the school I work for, Johnson & Wales, that we get a free download, and I haven't tried using any Adobe products since maybe like Photoshop and playing around with it and being like, oh, this is really, it's a lot. It's out of my depth. And that's Post My Wall is great because you can just click and choose, and it's all there for you. So right after that was Be Funky, but then was Canva. And I've heard a few things about Canva before. I was at a Southland conference last year, and somebody was doing a small little poster session on how they used Canva. And I had tried downloading it on my phone. I wasn't finding that easy to use. But then I saw that they have a website, so I was like, I'll give it a go. So I did check out a few YouTube videos. Well, first I was like, let me play around with it. It was kind of easy, but then I was like, let me see if anybody has created some good content to go watch. So I watched a really great video on Canva, Adobe Spark. So here's the Canva one, and then here's a peek at the how to use Adobe Spark. I found that the teacher's tech tool has been really helpful, so I've subscribed to his channel. But then also, there's another channel that channel is the new Ed Tech Classroom. I find that this channel is extremely helpful. It's, looks at online courses. It talks about how to design your instructional material. It talks about how to use different apps, different websites. It is an extremely helpful platform. When I was researching like Adobe Spark and Canva, I also found this quick little blog talking about the 5 reasons why Canva and Adobe Spark are hurting your social media. And then it talks about how sometimes is not unique because a lot of it is drop and click content where you can be like, oh, that looks pretty there. And there's a lot of templates, which I did use templates for some of them. So I'll show you quickly on Adobe Spark. So they have templates and everything else. I did the hospitality one and my criminal justice bookmark. So neither of these were templates. If you do though, put in bookmark. There are a few things that I like and a few things that I don't like. Well, first off, these two lines were not at all there when I was looking it up. But if you click on it, you can edit a template and you can change anything you want on there. Going back to my designs, let's take a quick look at the project. So what I did really like about this, again, like if you want to add photos or anything, all the photos you add, you can add find free photos, copyright free, very nice. Add free icons, which is what I used. Also very easy, you just type in what you need and you can find it. Type in text. Text was an interesting one. Because if you look over here, we go to our text. There's different types. You can change the color. You can change the shape of it. Then what was really kind of fun is you could go down to style and it would change the style for you and show you different sneak peeks. The only problem is once you were gone, sometimes you could not find what you already had. So Adobe Spark was pretty easy to use, a little bit kind of, you could look through the templates, figure out what looks good, what you need to focus on. Then it was kind of easy. It's a little bit difficult to manipulate and change any of the icons or add your own info on there. But other than that, it was easy, drop and click, and you can add your own things. So let's go back to how that was. Tried doing the thing one on here, and the template wouldn't download that I wanted. So I went to, there it is, all saved. This I tried to do for thing one, the flyer, the template wouldn't download. More on that in a minute. Let's check out Canva. It's very much like Adobe Spark. You can go here and you can hit templates and then search bookmarks. And I found that their bookmarks were a little bit more stunning, a little bit prettier, a little bit more interactive than the ones on Adobe Spark. So like this photo one I used to create the database bookmark and then also the fashion one. Of course it's changed a bit, but that was the basic thing. And then after that I kind of figured out on my own what I like. I used a template for this one though. And then on the back I was able to create my own. Canva was super nice where you could have your own uploads, you could use stock photos, and all these stock photos are free. They do have a paid membership though. So some of them, if you see a little crown next to it, that means that you'll have to pay to use that photo. But as you can see, here's that bookmark, and then even though that this was a physical copy, I still wanted to be able to link it digitally, so not just through the JWU library and that URL, but also through a QR code. So I went over to, I do love QR codes, and I've used QR Monkey before, and then they can just scan the QR code and it'll take students right to the culinary databases. Nice and easy for them. I also tried to use similar wording on the back so that they would recognize, like, oh, this is the culinary database and this is the Women's Wear Daily database, and kind of it's very similar, if not the exact same wording. That way there's some consistency and it brings to mind, oh, this is what I'm looking for, this is what I'm looking at. So overall, for its ease of use and everything, I think I like Canva a little bit better. Then I made sure to kind of make all of the bookmarks look a little bit different, so everybody had their own pick and taste that they could choose from. Now to take a quick look at thing one, our flyer, digital flyer. So I found this flyer template and I was like, that looks pretty good. I think that's what I'm gonna go with. And so what that turned into was this flyer. So again, it's all JW branded and everything else. And so since this is just a digital flyer, I wanted to keep in tied in with just not just the databases, but that learn, research, and relax. And then describing what the databases are. So you can click and students can come to the Contact Us page. Go back here real fast. If you can click on each one, and again, I thought about putting that little click sign on each one, but it kind of cluttered up the page a bit, and so I was like, well, let's keep it simple. And again, if you click on each subject, or then it'll come and do the culinary databases, and students can easily find the databases that they need. I hope you liked thing one and thing two. I tried to cover all my kind of thought processes of what I was thinking when I was going through here. Again, I'm sorry that it's a little bit long. Enjoy. I'll see you next time.